Hey guys, it's David Claiborne, or DC, here from dclaiborne.com. One of the things, I'm working from home today. One of the things I got asked a lot, kind of whenever I talk about my routine or working from home or the facility and kind of how I split that is, where exactly do I do my work at home? Luckily enough, I'm able to have kind of a home office that it's upstairs right next to actually Tyson, my son's room, so I don't spend a lot of time in here, because especially like when he's napping or sleeping, but on the days when I do crank it at home and try to get as much done, it's kind of more my brainstorming room where I just come and get to work and knock out some stuff on the dry erase board and really brainstorm and start looking into some books and stuff. Kind of take you on a brief little tour of it. A lot of the things, not a lot of books are here. They're still in the process of being moved back and forth from the facility to here. I'm just going to have to start buying basically 2 copies of every training book that I have. And then, of course, I have a bunch business and training books that we rock on the Kindle, just so I can always pull them up whenever I have a question or want to look something up. But kind of brief little tour of the office. Don't know if you're curious, but thought you could check it out. Like I said, not a very big room. This is my reading bag. It's basically a huge bean bag that my mother-in-law made for me a long time ago that's kind of carried with me ever since college. It's a great place to crash and just kind of really start cranking into some books. Dry erase board. Do a lot of, I'll write a bunch of stuff out. It's kind of my brainstorming board and idea board right now. Different, what do we got on there now? Article ideas for CrossFit, miscellaneous for the blog, video ideas, same thing, miscellaneous, Genesis TV, something I'm going to start doing for athletes and clients at the facility, kind of helping them out on a weekly basis outside of the facility. CrossFit video ideas, paleo and stair, rope muscle ups, form, basic stuff, and then some blog ideas. You see that number 1 on there is office tour. I can check that one off the list. Got my Mr. Potato Head. Basically, it was a Secret Santa gift that somebody gave me. It's pretty cool. Mr. Potato Head sophomore summit thing for speaking to a bunch of sophomores. A little plaque they gave me. And then we'll crank it down kind of into the actual bookshelf. Top shelf is a lot of the training materials, training books that we got, or that I have basically. And then the bottom shelf is more of the business side. Again, like I said, a lot of it is back and forth between the facilities, so not a lot of pretty stuff in here. This definitely isn't the entire library, that's for sure. A couple things we got in here. Let's see, Charlie Francis, you gotta have him. The Purposeful Primitive. Pull it out. Let's see. Right there, Marty Gallagher, super training, convict conditioning, starting strength, some Zach, the Ultimate Underground, training manual. What else do we have? 2007 Denver Broncos off-season program. I'm pretty resourceful in pulling stuff out and finding stuff. Let's just pull a chunk of this out. A lot of the stuff is, I collect it and keep it and love looking at it. Buddy of mine wrote a system about post-activation potination, about size more about size. Let's see, the old school U.S. Weightlifting Federation accreditation course, a manual, just to teach some basic Olympic lifts, published in, let's see if I'll zoom in, 1991, if you can read that. So yeah, pretty old. Some Craig Ballantyne stuff, turbulence training, don't really use a lot of that. Some more Zach stuff. Like I said, super training, essentials of strength and conditioning, some Dan John, Dave Tate. Guys sent me a book, Brain Over Brawn, to read for and see what I thought. Some more Rippy Toes, Maximum Strength, some Cressy. I don't know, somebody gave me a book that they had, Complete Conditioning for Football, New Rules for Lifting, a bunch of DVDs down in here, a bunch more up here, some Parisi stuff, some, I don't know, Results Fitness stuff, some yoga stuff, some Johnny Hines yoga. And then down here on the business side, a lot of product marketing stuff. You know, I love marketing, Joe Polish stuff. Dan Kennedy newsletters, Operation Thunder from Zach, Bank on Yourself, you know, getting things done, Psycho Cybernetics, I've talked about that. Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. Basically, if you're ever scared, that awesome book to read. Thank You Economy, Brand Called You, Good to Great. Joel Osteen's in there. Another copy of the Thank You Economy. Beyond, Making Money in the Fitness Business, and then a whole ton of notes that I took from the How to Kick Ass seminar with Paul Reddick. A bunch of My Mad Method DVDs. Like I said, a bunch of little Elite FTS pamphlets in there. Go ahead and hop back up. This is a binder. It's kind of like my collection of everything that I pull from blogs that I read. I'm behind on printing and putting stuff in here. I got a whole stack at the facility. Different programs that I've used, magazine articles, blog posts, basically anything that I think is quality that I could ever look back on at a later time goes in here. So it's one big mass collection of just information. Take it in here, kind of my to-do stack. Something I like to read all the time, 10 Tips for Business Success by Ferrugia. It's really good. Like I said, here's a big stack of blog stuff, or binder stuff that needs to get put in. Another notepad, some business stuff, my basically personal listening and reading pile, more just to become a better entrepreneur type thing. Genius Network, got that new one in the mail. Who's in there? This one, Peter Diamandis. Yeah. Like I said, Genius Network, and then, Strategic Coach, Dan Sullivan, 40 Objections to Growing Entrepreneurial Business. Pretty cool binder. I try to read it a lot. Anytime you have an objection, just kind of help positively reinforce what you're doing. Cool dagger that I got from winning second in a strongman competition. My jar of highlighters and markers. Coffee cup, of course. Aquanotes, probably the coolest thing in the world. Basically, they are waterproof. It's a waterproof notepad, pencil and notepad that I have in the shower downstairs. I got a bunch of them from my mother-in-law. To-do list, the computer. You know, you got to have a notepad. It's my brain dump, brainstorm, little post-its, phone, and then rocking my, I think, Mr. Muscles or Mr. Awesome or Mr. I don't know, one of those characters that have been around forever. My wife got me this one day. And so now it sits up here. Does it say on the bottom? Does not. But it sits up here and kind of looks at me and laughs when I'm working. Printer, but that's about it. Small little room. Try to get as much work done in here as possible and make it count. I don't spend any extra free time in here. Half the time my computer doesn't even make it in here. It's just where I brainstorm and really try to get the most out of my brain and come up with, some good ideas that'll really help grow the business and take our athletes to the next level and give you guys some great tips on the blog. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, if you see anything that needs to get put on that board that you'd like to see, be sure to comment and let me know. And I'll do my best to get the article or film a video of it to get it out to you guys.